Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, who is currently going after President Donald Trump on the election fraud case. Now, let's take a look at what this tweet says. So, this new investigation reveals that Fani Willis was involved in a multi-state election fraud and money laundering enterprise. So, the investigators in this case identified in the Fani Willis campaign finance report 222 contributions to her campaign that had zero donor information. So that's very weird. Okay, now many of these donors were out-of-state elderly people. So when the investigators contacted some of these people about making campaign donations to Fani Willis, actually one of the elderly people on the list said that she's never made a single campaign finance contribution to Fani Willis's campaign. Now, this is very weird and could raise some more potential issues. And I guess the most obvious question that I have hearing this is that, okay, if these people on this list that Fani claimed made contributions to her campaign were actually not even aware of her campaign, where did this money come from? Now, where does she get the money? We all know that Fani Willis has had a fair share of controversies herself. Now, involving mismanagement of funds and those things. So, another tweet said that Fani Willis got a $2 million federal grant supposedly to help a group of at-risk kids. Now, what happened was that Fani took the money and turned the money into a privileged children flight into Georgia. And then she turned it into an elite day camp for the friends of Fani. So now we have, this more explosive article. Whistleblower says Fulton District Attorney misspent federal grant. So according to this article, this person who works at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office called Amanda Timpson. Now she worked from 2018 until 2022. And she served as the Director of Gang Prevention and Intervention under the previous district attorney. So what happened was that Timpson told the Senate Special Committee on Investigations that she allegedly faced retaliation under District Attorney Fani Willis after raising concerns on how the office planned to spend a federal grant. So let's take a look at the details on this case. So what seems to be an issue here is a grant allegedly for the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, as well as gang prevention. This grant was a little more than $488,000. Now, in March 2021, the office's new programs officer said that he wants to use the grant money for quote-unquote computers, travel, and swag. Now, of course, Timpson, like any normal responsible person would, continue to be persistent to let the new programs officer know that we could not spend the grant in that manner. But then the new programs officer also persisted. And then after Timpson pushed back and stood her ground, she said she noticed a drastic change of attitude towards her from the office. And then afterwards, the gang prevention unit was abolished. And then Timpson interviewed for a job with the office and was hired again as District Director of Juvenile Diversion. So in July 2021, Timpson said Willis demoted her and fired her subsequently in January 2022 after Timpson spoke with the Director of Fulton Office of Diversity and Civil Rights Compliance. And several Army investigators escorted Timpson from the building. So now this sounds to me, Fani Willis was caught red-handed trying to misuse this $488,000 in federal grant, supposedly for juvenile and gang prevention.